okay, what are these external peripheral cells called somatosensory cells? Well, from what I can gather, they are basically just sensory cells. Somatosensory, basically somato, I think, is a scientific name for like map or sensory. So somatosensory, basically, it means every nerve cell that exists in the whole of your body. And these cells have a multitude of different functions. They control, or they perceive and pick up heat, they pick up pain, and they pick up a whole bunch of other things all through the same cell. But then there will be different networks. Um, well, there's kind of one or two basic networks, and they can sometimes send signals regarding heat and pain through the same network or wire, if that makes sense, through the different nerves. So there'll be motor nerves and then there'll be sensory nerves. And the motor nerves will send messages regarding movement, and control of the way your arm moves. And then the other nerve will be like a sensory nerve, which is heat and pain and touch and other things like that. So, and the somatosensory nerves are the nerves that kind of sit externally within the tissues. And I think they've also shown that these nerves can exist even close to the main nerves that then go into your spine. So they kind of sit everywhere. They're like in every part of tissue that exists in your body. And they all have a way of feeding into these main wires, or nerves, that then feed into your spinal column, which go up to your brain, which your brain is then where all the information is processed together as one and tells you how much heat or cold or pain or like movement or touch or whatever is going in like in the whole of your body. So it's pretty complicated, but the summary of what I'm trying to say is that the same nerve will measure heat as well as touch. So if this nerve is not working in like the proper functional manner, things can get scrambled. So a lot of people with CP will have sensations of heat that doesn't exist and sensations of ice. And what I've really discovered is that, and also in a lot of research that Lorimer Moseley has discussed in a few documentaries that he's been on, is that a lot of people don't have perception of touch anymore, especially in the areas that you have your issue with or that are really in a lot of pain. If someone touches you on the skin, for example, I've done these exercises at home when I close my eyes and I think, okay, where is that person touching me? I don't have an answer. Like all I feel is pain, but I actually can't in my brain, like if you're thinking of a map, I can't think, okay, I know where that's touching me. It's like there'll just be like a blank section of just pain and you won't have any sensation of touch, which is really bizarre. And so this is what for the last year, I've been really trying to concentrate and think of and trying to fix. And I've had a little bit of success, which I'm really happy about. And I would really like to try and share that success with everyone as well and hope that some people could have some improvement. I'm by no means completely better, but my conditions definitely become manageable and improve to some degree. So I think in understanding these types of exercises that people do, people first need to understand the concept behind it, which is retraining the somatosensory cells in your peripheral nervous system to relearn or be able to retell your brain exactly where they are in your body. So then the brain and the nervous system works a bit more cohesively, because I think when these nerves aren't working properly, the brain basically will have blank parts of its map. So your brain you'll probably have a tendency to feel really lost and unstable and uneasy when you move. You might go to move a hand and you kind of don't really feel like you have control of your hand, even though it's moving. So like the motor nerves aren't damaged, your hand and your body's moving, but it just feels a bit off and a bit strange. I've definitely experienced that, and I've found things have got a lot easier over the last year or so since I've been doing these exercises. So I'm hoping that that kind of explains to everyone what the concept behind the exercises that I've been doing are, and the whole concept of what somatosensory cells are and the somatosensory cortex of the brain. And I mean, look, these exercises work for me, but they could be different for you. So I think if people can understand this concept, they would have a better chance of figuring this out. So that's firstly what I'm trying to aim for. So if you've had any success with comprehending this video and understanding what the hell it is I'm talking about, I would really appreciate some feedback. And then if I know that enough people understand what it is I'm talking about, hopefully I can share the concept behind the exercises that I've been working on, and hopefully it might help some people. And that's the end of my video. Bye for now.